Be me, 27, junior archivist at the National History Museum. Basement level 4. The dungeon. No windows, just rows of metal shelves and the hum of the HVAC. Job consists of cataloguing unassigned artifacts from the 1920s. Most people would hate it. I love it. Silence is a currency I hoard. My routine is calibrated to the second. Clock in at 7:55. Brew Earl Grey tea at 8 o'clock. Check humidity sensors at 8:10. Put on white cotton gloves. Disappear into the stacks until lunch. Lunch is a ham sandwich. Alone. Life is predictable. Life is good. Then came October. Department head waddles down the spiral stairs. Usually bad news. He's followed by someone. Girl. Messy bun held together by a pencil. Oversized sweater that is definitely eating her hands. Sneakers that have seen better decades. Head says, "This is Maya. She's the new intern." I look at her. She looks at the dusty concrete floor. "Hi," she whispers. I nod. "Desk is over there," I say. Point to the empty metal desk in the corner. The one with the wobbly leg. She walks over, trips on her own shoelace, catches herself on a filing cabinet. Loud clang echoes through the silence. She cringes. Sorry. I sigh internally. Goodbye peace. Goodbye quiet. Week 1. She is a chaos engine. She hums while she works. Not songs. Just random dragging notes. Like a dying refrigerator. I try to focus on a crate of rusted farming tools. The humming stops. Then the sound of crunching. Carrots. She is eating raw carrots at 10 a.m. The sound echoes off the metal shelves. Crunch. Crunch. I lower my magnifying glass. Turn around. She freezes. Carrot halfway to mouth. Eyes wide like a deer in headlights. Too loud? She asks. This is a preservation environment, I say. Food attracts pests. She swallows the carrot whole. Right. Sorry. Won't happen again. She puts the bag away. I go back to my rusted hoe. 5 minutes later. She drops a stapler. I close my eyes and count to 10. Week 3. The humming has evolved into soft whistling. I have decided to ignore it. It is white noise now. Like the HVAC. We have a system. I handle the fragile paper documents. She handles the physical objects. She names them. I hear her talking to a ceramic pot. You're a heavy boy, aren't you, Gary? I stare at my ledger. Do not engage. If I engage, it becomes real. Lunchtime. I sit at my desk with my sandwich. She sits at hers with a Tupperware container. Smells like curry. Strong. Fills the whole basement. She spins in her chair. You eat the same thing every day, she says. It's not a question. I don't look up. It's efficient. It's sad, she counters. Ham is reliable. Here, she rolls her chair across the concrete, stops next to me, holds out a plastic fork with a piece of potato. Try it. I'm fine. It's not poison. My mum made it. She hovers the fork near my face. Persistent. I sigh. Take the bite. Spicy. Good. Really good. I chew slowly. Well, she asks. Adequate, I say. She grins. A crooked, triumphant grin. I'll bring extra tomorrow. I didn't ask for that. I know. She rolls back to her desk. I finish my sandwich. It tastes like cardboard now. Month 2. Winter is coming. The basement gets cold. The heating system is from the Cold War. It rattles and dies intermittently. Tuesday morning. Freezing. I can see my breath. I'm wearing my thick wool cardigan. She comes in wearing a denim jacket, shivering immediately. Teeth chattering sounds like a typewriter. I try to work. The sound is distracting. Click, 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 click. I stand up. Walk to the coat rack. Grab my spare hoodie. Grey. Boring? Warm? I toss it at her. It lands on her head. Put it on, I say. She pulls it down. I'm fine, she stammers. Your hypothermia is loud. She puts it on. It swallows her. Sleeves go past her hands. She sniffs the collar. Subtle. Think she doesn't think I saw it. I saw it. Thanks, she mumbles. She buries her face in the fabric. The shivering stops. The silence returns. But it feels different. Heavier. Warmer. I go back to cataloguing 1925 tax records. I can feel her looking at my back. I don't turn around. Month 4. The routine has shifted. 7:55 clock in. 8 o'clock she arrives. She is never late anymore. She brings 2 coffees. Black for me. Something that looks like melted sugar for her. She places mine on the corner of my desk. Doesn't say anything. Just a small tap on the metal. I nod. We drink in silence for 10 minutes. It is the best part of the day. We are working on the box 404 inches project. Misc items from a defunct estate. She finds a music box. Rusted shut. I bet it still works, she whispers. She spends 3 hours cleaning the gears with a toothbrush. Her tongue pokes out the corner of her mouth when she focuses. I watch her from behind a stack of ledgers, just ensuring she doesn't damage state property. Obviously, she winds the key. A tinny, slow melody plays. Clair de Lune. Distorted by rust and time. Her eyes light up. Hear that? It's off key, I say. It's beautiful. She sets it on the desk between us. We listen until it winds down. The silence after is deafening. She looks at me. Blue eyes. Tired circles underneath them. She smiles softly. We saved it. We cleaned it, I correct. You're no fun. I am employed to be accurate. She kicks my foot under the desk. Gently. I don't move my foot away. Month 6. Rainstorm. Massive downpour. City flooding warnings. We are in the basement, so we don't know until 5 p.m. Go to leave. Stairwell is damp. Security guard tells us the street level is flooded. Transit is down. Uber is surging to $80. She looks at her phone. I can't afford that. I look at mine. Battery dead. Looks like we're stuck, I say. We go back down. It feels like a bunker. The lights flicker. Emergency power kicks in. Half the lights die. Shadows stretch long across the concrete. We sit on the floor against the stacks. She has a bag of pretzels. We share them. Passing the bag back and forth. Fingers brush. Static electricity shock. She laughs. You're electric. It's the dry air. Sure. She leans her head back against the metal shelf. Tell me something real, she says. What? You know everything about these objects. Dates, materials, origins. Yes. Tell me something about you. I stare at the darkness at the end of the aisle. I don't like odd numbers. Okay, what else? I wanted to be a pilot. She turns her head. Why aren't you? Eyesight. And I like quiet. Planes are loud. The sky looks quiet. She hums in agreement. Not the annoying hum. A low, soft sound. She shifts closer. Shoulder touches mine. Just a graze. I stiffen. I should move away. Personal space protocol. I stay frozen. She rests her head on my shoulder. Just like that. Natural. Like she belongs there. Is this okay? She whispers. Throat feels tight. It's efficient, I say. Conserving body heat. I feel her smile against my sleeve. Right efficiency. We fall asleep like that. Sitting on the floor, surrounded by dusty history, I wake up at 3 a.m. Neck stiff. She is asleep. Breathing deep and slow. Hand clutching my cardigan. I look at her face in the dim emergency light. She looks peaceful. I realize I am not annoyed. I am terrified because I don't want to move. Ever. Morning comes. Floods recede. We leave. Awkward shuffle at the subway station. See you Monday? She asks. 8 o'clock, I say. She waves. Walks away. I watch her until she disappears into the crowd. My apartment feels too big. Too quiet. I make tea. It tastes bland. Month 8. She gets a haircut. Short. Pixie cut. Exposes her neck. I notice it immediately. I say nothing. She waits all morning. Fidgets. Finally, at lunch. You haven't said anything. About what? She gestures to her head. The hair. It is shorter. She rolls her eyes. You are impossible. It keeps hair out of the artifacts. Reduced contamination risk. She throws a crumpled paper ball at me. Just say it looks nice. I look at her. Really look at her. Dust motes dancing in the light around her. It suits you. She blushes. Bright red. Hides behind her monitor. Shut up, she mumbles. I smile. Just a little. I turn back to my work, hand shaking slightly. Why is my hand shaking? Month 9, the archive gala. Upper management mandatory attendance. I hate suits. I hate crowds. I stand in the corner holding a glass of lukewarm water. Checking my watch. 20:43. 17 minutes until acceptable departure time. Then I see her. She is not wearing the sweater. She is wearing a dress. Dark green. She looks different. Same messy energy, but refined. She spots me, beelines through the crowd. Dodges a waiter. Save me, she hisses. Social battery depleted. Dead. Gone. The director of paleontology keeps trying to talk to me about bone density. We stand in the corner, shoulder to shoulder, watching the room. We don't fit here, she says. We belong in the basement. With the dust. With the silence. She looks up at me. Music changes. Slow jazz. Generic. Dance, she asks. I don't dance. Nobody is watching. They're all drunk on cheap champagne. She grabs my hand. Her hand is warm, calloused from handling crates. She pulls me slightly away from the wall, not to the dance floor. Just enough space to sway. I put my hand on her waist. Hesitant, she steps closer. Smells like old paper and vanilla. We sway. Out of time with the music. She rests her forehead on my chest. I can feel her heartbeat. Or maybe it's mine. It's fast. You're stiff, she murmurs. I am rigid structure. Relax. I exhale, let my guard down. Just for a minute, I rest my chin on the top of her head. The room blurs. It's just us. Song ends. We pull apart. Too quickly. Cold air rushes in between us. I should go, she says, voice shaky. Yes, routine. Right, she leaves. I stay for another hour. Staring at the door. Month 11. She calls in sick. Tuesday, 8 o'clock. No coffee on my desk. 8:10. Empty chair. 9 o'clock. Text message. Flu. Dying. Tell the ghosts I miss them. I stare at the phone. The basement is silent. Perfectly silent. Just the HVAC. It is what I always wanted. It is unbearable. I work. But I am checking the humidity sensors every 5 minutes. I am reorganizing the pens. I eat lunch alone. Ham sandwich. Tasteless. I look at her empty desk. The sweater is draped over the back of her chair. The music box is sitting there. I wind it up. Claire de Lune plays. It sounds lonely. Wednesday. Still gone? I leave work at 17 o'clock. I walk to the pharmacy. Buy soup. Canned chicken noodle. Buy tea. Ginger and honey. I know her address. It's on the emergency contact form I filed. I take the bus. Stand outside her building. Brick walk up. 3rd floor. I feel like a stalker. I text her. I am outside. I have supplies. Wait 1 minute. Buzz. Door code 1234. Come up. Don't look at the mess. I go up. Apartment is small. Plants everywhere. Books stacked on the floor. She is on the couch. Wrapped in 3 blankets. Pale. Nose red. She looks terrible. She looks beautiful. You came, she croaks. Logistics. You need fuel to recover. I go to the tiny kitchen, heat the soup, make the tea, bring it to her. She sits up, hands shaking as she holds the mug. Thank you. I sit on the edge of the coffee table. Drink, she sips. Sighs. You're a good nurse. I am protecting the department's productivity. Liar. She smiles weak. I stay until she finishes. Take the bowl. Wash it. Go home, she says. You'll get sick. Immune system is robust. Please. I walk to the door. Hand on the knob. Come back soon, I say. It's too quiet. She freezes. Eyes lock onto mine. You like quiet? Not that kind of quiet. I leave before she can respond. Walk home in the rain, heart hammering against ribs. What did I just say? 1 year anniversary. She is back. Healthy. Vibrant. She brings a cupcake. 1 candle. Happy workiversary, she says. Is that a word? It is now. She lights the candle. In the middle of the basement. Fire hazard. I don't care. Make a wish. I look at the flame. I look at her. Messy hair. Ink smudge on her cheek. Sweater pores. I blow it out. What did you wish for? Classified. She cuts the cupcake in half with a letter opener. Savage, I say. Resourceful. We eat. Frosting is too sweet. It's perfect. Later that afternoon, we're in the back corner of the archives. Section Z. Looking for a misplaced crate of Victorian dolls. Narrow aisle. Very narrow. We have to shimmy past each other, face to face. She stops. I stop. Inches apart. I can see the flecks of gold in her eyes. She isn't moving. I'm not moving. The air gets thick, heavy, charged. Her breath hitches. She looks at my lips, then up to my eyes. Anon. Voice barely a whisper. Yes, are we going to keep pretending? Pretending what? That we're just working. Brain screams, abort. Retreat to safety. Maintain status quo. Body ignores brain. I lean in. Slowly, giving her time to push me away. She doesn't. She rises on her tiptoes. Hands grab the lapels of my cardigan. Pull me down. The kiss is clumsy. Teeth clash slightly. Then it settles. Soft, warm, tastes like vanilla frosting. My hands find her waist, pull her closer. Pressed against a shelf of 19th century ledgers, history surrounding us, we break apart, breathless. She keeps her forehead against mine. Finally, she whispers. Inefficient, I murmur. We wasted months. She laughs. A bright, loud sound that echoes through the dungeon. Shut up and kiss me again. I do, gladly. The routine is broken. The silence is gone. I have never been happier. Later, back at desks. Working? But her foot is hooked around my ankle, under the table. I am typing with one hand, holding hers with the other. Boss comes down, looks at us, looks at the hands, shakes his head. About time, he grunts, waddles away. I look at her, she grins, winks. I sip my tea. It's cold. I don't care. Best job ever. Be me. Archivist. No longer alone. And totally okay with it.